Now you can, yes, right. Dear colleagues and friends, good morning. We are gathered here this morning to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Maritime Safety and Security Law Journal. As abbreviations are in fashion, the MarSafeLaw Journal. And we would like to present to you some thoughts about taking stock, of course, of what has happened until now, and some wishes from the friends who were part of the founding mothers, because there were founding mothers for this, for this journal, of how they see the future and what would be the wish, how they see the future of this nice journal. The abbreviations of, yes, in the fashion, of course. And this journal has been found in 2015 within the framework of the Cost Action, MarSafeNet. This was a network of experts on the legal aspects of maritime safety and security. As a deliverable of this action, it has been created to serve the legacy of this long cooperation network between all the participants to this program, and I'm very pleased to see a lot of them here in this room. It was created at the initiative of the chairwoman of the action, our today host and dear friend Gemma Andreone, and some other colleagues who are also here with us in this panel. Just a few words about the way this was perceived. All published articles are freely accessible from the date of publication, and full text and full access to the articles of the MarSafeNet Law Journal is provided through its official website. This means that the journal does not charge authors any fees for publication or processing, nor does it charge readers for any fees for downloading published articles. Users are allowed to read, download, copy, distribute, print, or use them for any other lawful purpose without asking prior permission from the publisher or the author, as long, of course, as they cite the source. This is so because, in the spirit of the founding mothers, the journal should serve as a coast network action, a means to promote information, spread knowledge, and impulse exchange and cooperation between different academics, researchers, and students in different universities and different countries in the world. If one has a look on its contents, one will see that it covers different contributions in all the domains of the maritime safety and security, and in even more. Today, for us, it's also a day of good memories from the past, with fruitful exchange and friendship and collegiality. We, old members of MarSafeNet, very much look forward to creating new ties with colleagues from abroad to further broaden the relations between institutions and people in this domain from all the world. So I would like to have a last word. And this is good news. This journal have been indexed in Scopus, and the colleagues will explain how and what this means. Now I shall give the floor to people who have been working for the journal. And the first is our colleague Valentina Rossi, who is a member of the advisor board of Maritime Safety and Security Law Journal, of course, and lead researcher in international law at the Institute for Research and Innovation and Services for Development of the National Research Council in Italy. She will make some considerations on the thematic area of the journal and on targeted reader subjects and types of contributions. I give you the floor, dear Valentina.
Thank you very much, Irini, and good morning, everyone. It is for me really a privilege to be here today to celebrate 10 years of the Mars Safety and Security Law Journal, even though it seems to me incredible that so much time has passed since Gemma invited me to participate in the submission of the proposal for the Mars SafeNet cost action. Her idea was to analyze legal developments in law of the sea, going beyond the strict legal meaning of these terms, and analyzing law of the sea development and challenges from a comprehensive perspective, which included environmental protection, human rights and migration flows, piracy and other crimes at sea, and the protection of fragile and semi-enclosed sea. Development in law of the sea in the last 10 years have confirmed the need of such an approach, confirmed that maritime safety and security have to be understood as a value, to be protected, and that they represent an essential condition for peaceful coexistence on shared maritime spaces and for the long-term management of shared marine resources. As Haritini just said, many colleagues and friends who are here today were involved in MarSafeNet, and the MarSafeLaw Journal was one of the main outputs and achievements of this cost action, which still brings together a scientific community that has strengthened and grown over time, paying particular attention of new generation of scholars of the law of the sea that who have the opportunity to publish, as Haritini said, free of charge in an indexed online open access journal. In the past 10 years, the MarSafeLaw Journal contributed to academic debate on legal development stemming, for example, from interaction and tensions between environmental law, human rights law, and law of the sea, as we have widely discussed yesterday. That are resulting in developments such as the greening of existing human rights and the path toward the acknowledgement of the human right to a health environment. But let me also mention as an example journal articles concerning cultural rights issues at the interface between law of the sea and law of climate. At the heart of this debate, there lie crucial issues such as fishing activities, the right to food and food security, indigenous people's rights, population displacement. Another topic that, according to me, means to be mentioned is the relationship that we also widely discussed yesterday between law and scientific and technological development in ocean and maritime affairs. This topic has also been the subject of a call for papers launched by the journal in order to explore exactly how marine technology impacts legal definition, rights, and responsibility. I invite you to read the contribution on cybersecurity of ships and ports, on maritime surveillance, on unmanned vessels. So similarly, legal implications on climate change and sea level rise for maritime boundaries and in some cases even for statehood, as we discussed yesterday, have been analyzed in the journal. So I will just conclude saying that being a member of the advisory board of the journal is a source of inspiration for me, and not only thanks to the fruitful professional collaboration with all the colleagues and with Gemma in particular, but also thanks for our friendship. So let me conclude by saying that I'm confident that the best has yet to come for the MarSafeNet journal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Valentina, for showing us the large variety of themes that have been covered by the journal, and for the invitation to our friends to contribute to it in the future. I now give the floor to our colleague, to our dear friend, Andrea Caligiuri, who is also member of the board of editors of MarSafeLaw Journal, professor of international law at the Department of Law, University of Macerata, where he's also member and director of the Interdepartmental Research Center of the Adriatic and the Mediterranean. And Andrea will focus on the mission and scope of the journal. I give you the floor.
Thank you. It is a real pleasure for me to participate in this celebration day. And I would first of all to thank Gemma for involving me a couple of years ago in the board of editors of this journal. I now quickly give you some info and data concerning the 10 years of the journal's life. As Valentina said, the Maritime Safety and Security Law Journal is an international peer-reviewed open access journal dedicated to the legal, policy, and strategic dimensions of safety and security at sea and other relevant topics of the law of the sea. Established to foster interdisciplinary dialogue in a rapidly evolving maritime domain, the journal provides a platform for scholars, but also practitioners and institutions to explore both traditional and emerging challenges affecting the oceans and their governance. His mission is twofold: to expand access to high-quality research on the law of the sea by embracing open access principles in accordance with the Budapest Open Access Initiative and the UNESCO recommendation on open science, and to uphold rigorous academic standards through inclusion in leading global indexing systems such as Scopus, ensuring visibility, credibility, and long-term preservation of the journal content. Now, some data. In the past 10 years, the journal published 16 issues, 2 issues per year, with a total of 63 contributions. I have a presentation with the I don't know. It's not. It is not important. I can. It was only to show the data. No problem.
Or maybe you can tell them to pass the slide as long as you speak.
But it's no problem. I follow with. MarSafeLaw Law Journal does not publish official author nationality statistics, but the archive evidences a broad international authorship across Europe. This is the table with the 16 issues and the different contribution articles per issue. The number of articles per year, because I repeat, 2 issues are published per year. This is the distribution of macro topics, as said by Valentina, that are focused on security and safety, and also on the new trends of the law of the sea, in particular concerning marine environment, many contributions focusing on the European Union law and blue economy. Recently, the new trend linked to the BBNJ agreement and biodiversity, and so on. Concerning authors, they come from, above all, from Europe, and but also, yes, Europe, Africa, and Asia, with a noticeable European core from Italy, France, Benelux, and the Nordic countries, plus growing West African and Indo-Pacific contribution. The journal recently uses call for papers as a structural feature used to create special issues and keep the journal in line with fast-moving developments. In the last 2 years, two call for papers were launched concerning law and science in ocean and maritime affairs, and recently the impact on environmental and climate change on the oceans and marine resources. Call for papers define clear deadlines for abstracts and are publicized on the website of the journal, the social networks of the journal, as well as via other academic partners and informal network. A defining feature of Maritime Safety and Security Law Journal is the firm commitment to open access. Indeed, open access to research enhances participation, equity, and transparency in the production of scientific knowledge, a goal that is particularly vital in maritime safety and security, where jurisdiction and strategic challenges transcend national borders. By ensuring fully open and free access to all content, the journal removes barriers from stakeholders from the global south, operational agencies, and non-academic institutions, fostering a truly inclusive dialogue on the governance of the oceans. And on this picture, you can see a comparison with other open access international law journal and Maritime Safety and Security Law Journal is a diamond open access with as free for authors and readers, and it is a unique example of this journal among the other e-journal, relevant e-journal in Europe and in America. That's all. Thank you for your attention, and I am very happy to celebrate these 10 years of our journal.
Thank you very much, Andrea, for all this very useful and interesting information about the mission and scope of the journal. And we take note of the excellency of this law journal among the other ones. Now I give the floor to Ludovica de Benedetti. She currently serves as an assistant editor of the Maritime Safety and Security Law Journal, a position that she has held for 5 years. She is currently a PhD candidate at the University of Modena in Reggio Emilia. For the past 2 years, she worked as a fixed-term technology in ISGI SNR, contributing to PNRR, National PNRR, what is it? National Biodiversity Future Center project and policy coherence and cross-compliance. She will focus on challenges of maintaining the cost-free open access publication system. And this is a very hard job, I know. I give you the floor, Ludovica.
Thank you. I want to thank my colleagues that organized this conference and all the people, my colleagues, but also the external reviewer, the professor, the authors that help us in maintaining this journal, because it's not easy to work and to maintain open access journal that not have publication fees, so without any charge for the authors. Ensuring an open access publication model that remains entirely free of charge for authors represent a strong ethical commitment, but also a considerable organizational challenge. And I think my colleagues Yitong Chen could agree with me. Since the MarSafeLaw journal does not collect any article processing charge from the authors, almost all stages of the editorial and publication process must be managed internally and of a voluntary basis. So most of the work relies on voluntary commitment, and this necessarily affects the distribution of responsibility and the sustainability of the workflow. The editorial process is long and complex. In part, my colleagues talk about this process, but it involves the initial screening of submission, internal evaluation, the coordination of the double-blind peer review, the communication with authors with multiple rounds of revision, linguistic proofreading, verification of compliance with OSCOLA citation standard that is a part really, really complex and not easy. Also for the authors because it's a complex model. Layout design and final, the publication. So each of these stages requires careful coordination and a consistent level of attention to details. Maintaining the high academic and the linguistic standard is particularly challenging. And in our case, we have another challenge because we, like my colleagues talk and explain, are a journal that that talk about a lot of international law subjects, and so we have a lot of submission from all around the world. And in all countries have their editorial models and their linguistic and their standards and models for the articles. For example, papers often take a highly narrative approach to describing the situation and detailing the practical implication of specific cases, rather than focusing on rigorous legal analysis. But this, for example, don't fix with our requires like for a publication in a law journal. So we have to help a lot in this case the authors to arrive and operate with our models and standards. But the diversity greatly enriched the journals and align with its mission of inclusivity, but it demands a substantial investment of time and efforts to ensure that every article meets the required scholarly and stylistic criteria. From my personal perspective, as the person responsible for overseeing nearly all these editorial stages, this represents a constant balancing act. On the one hand, I strongly believe in the importance of maintaining a truly open and accessible platform for global legal scholarship. On the other hand, the workload involved in managing the entire process from the first submission to the final upload is extremely demanding. Despite this challenging, I remain convinced that preserving a cost-free open access model is essential. It embodies a genuine commitment to fairness, inclusivity, and the democratization of knowledge. That is one of our commitments. Yet, to ensure its long-term sustainability, such a model requires not only ethical conviction, but also structural support, collective effort, and recognition of the editorial work that make open access truly possible. So I thank all the people that make it possible, and I hope that this could be possible for other journals, and we will have the help to make it possible in the future. Thanks, and thanks to Gemma that created this journal.
Thank you, Valentina. Thank you, Valentina, for... Oh, Ludovica. Thank you, dear Ludovica, for your words of making the point of the difficult job you're doing in this journal. And we all appreciate the high standards that you want to keep, and free access, of course, which is on the base of the conception of it. Thank you very much. And now I shall give the floor to Yitong Chen, who is an associate professor at the law school, Ocean University of China, and currently serves as deputy dean at of the graduate school of OUC? Yes, yes, yes. She focuses on public international law of the sea, polar law, and international environmental law. Chen Yitong has participated as an expert advisor with China's delegation in many intergovernmental negotiation conferences. She's an executive editor of and editorial board member of the journal Marine Development. So I'm giving her the floor and welcome her.
Yeah, I have a PowerPoint. Yeah, this is my PowerPoint. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, many thanks to Professor Gemma for giving me this chance to talk about marine development in front of so long history journal, Maritime Safety and Security Journal. So the reason I'm here is because I'm the managing editor of the marine development. So this roundtable give me a quite wonderful chance to learn from this long history journal, Maritime Safety and Security Journal. Is already 10 years long, but this journal was just established in 2023, so in September. So we are just less than 2 years old kid, so in front of your distinguished journal. And I feel also very humble and honored to sit here in front of so many distinguished professors, because I know that many of you already serve as the editor and editor board in many other distinguished international law and law of the sea journal. For example, Professor Otto is sitting there, so I submitted one journal to your Chinese Journal of Environmental Law, so I know. So I should learn much experience from your operating journal, but still many thanks to allow me to have this chance to give a small advertisement to this small young journal. So I will start by this PowerPoint. So this journal is operated by my university, Ocean University of China, and also the National Information Center of the State Ocean Administration of China, and totally operated by published by Springer. So it is an English journal, so not a Chinese journal. So I will start by this 5-part to give you a short introduction for the marine development. So this is the journal overview. So marine development is not like maritime safety and security law journal is a pure law journal. So instead, so marine development is an interdisciplinary journal and includes the law, the ocean governance of the sea as one of the third main focus. So okay, OUC and National Marine Data and Information Service is a operating organization, and it includes interdisciplinary marine studies addressing the increasing challenges from maritime affairs, such as climate change, ocean pollution, sustainable fisheries, and international maritime disputes. So publisher is Springer Nature, and it is also a golden open access. So it issues 30 to 40 articles per year, and surely it is under a rigorous double-blind peer review process. And as a new journal, it is under evaluation for indexing by many databases such as ISGI, Scopus, and EEI, which means so we already submit our application to ESCI, Scopus, and EEI, and still under the evaluation because the duration of operation by this journal is so short time, less than 2 years. So we are waiting for more articles and more time to make it grow up. So MD has now published 3 volumes containing a total of 56 high-level research and review articles. So this is the here. Okay, this is the aims and scope. Oh. Yeah, this is the aim and scope. It promotes marine research worldwide from an interdisciplinary research perspective, and it will advocate for SDG 14 and other SDGs topics relevant to marine issues, and it endeavors to explore the complex links between marine issues and broader global challenges, and it will encourage review articles highlighting the latest research trends with significant global impact. So because I'm the manager editor and I have the so I send and invite blind reviewers. So and when I also have a look of the not just the law of the sea column and also the marine economy and other columns. So I find yeah it is true. So all the articles published by the marine development is will I think perfectly match up the recent developments that involving in the ocean governance, so all new topics. So and it ensures high visibility for your work with open access. So okay, this is what I mean the 3 columns. So marine economic and management, marine resources and environment. For the first one, so yesterday we have some audience from the other universities and institutions. So I talked with them that we welcome for example, climate finance and other interdisciplinary work, marine economy, blue economy. So and marine resources and environment, this part is more like an interdisciplinary work connecting the marine engineering, marine environment, and for example, the blue carbon sinks, marine biodiversity protection and management of marine environment. And I'm totally responsible for this one, the global ocean governance part. So it includes the ocean policy and laws, the ocean spatial planning, sustainable ocean governance, law of the sea, global ocean governance. And so we are proud to acknowledge the articles already issued by MD. So over 50% of the articles published in the journal in 2024 were related to one or more of the 17 sustainable development goals. Okay, this is the recent special. Yeah, we have this institution special issue call for paper. So the recent one is beautiful bay construction and marine sustainable development, and we are still in the period before the submission deadline. That is 2015 December 31. And for the following, yeah, this is the new special issue and call for paper, that is climate adaptation and urban resilience in coastal cities, and the deadline that is August 31, 2026. And okay, this is the past special issue and call for paper. You could check it online, so I will just skip this part to save our time. And this is the top 10 articles downloads in MD until now. So the first download, our corresponding author is Mijie Fu, is working in the London University in economics. And I already have 35 citations, and you could see the keywords like carbon dioxide, maritime security, the IUU fishing. So talk about the IUU fishing and analysis with the WTO agreement on fishery subsidies. So. And the editorial board has we have the Professor Zhao Xin. His research focus is not law of the seas from marine economic, and we the editorial board members, it comprises of 49 distinguished experts, and this number is still increasing. We are still in the process of inviting more professors abroad. I mean, outside of the mainland China. Encompassing 14 countries and regions, and 25 universities and institutions globally. And this is our editorial, one page of the editorial board. So I feel honored to invite and got the acceptance from Professor Gemma to become our editorial board from Italy, and also the professor yesterday, Cal Teddy. And we have at least 2 professors from Italy, and we also create this institution that is a young committee, that is some young scientists could contribute for some work to this growing journal. And for myself, I just was awarded by the Springer Nature the Author Service Award 2020. For maybe I'm too much diligent to invite the reviewers, so it's a hard job and make it quick. To push them to review the articles and send reminder letters to them. I think I'm very annoying to to some reviewers. They must hate me. So and so why publish with us? So it's open access, and I think the online speed is I think it's quite quick, because I'm annoying, so I will push push reviewers and send reminders that if they lag behind the deadline. So and we also have the brain development. It is operated by Springer, but yes, we have to admit our native language, not English, is Chinese. So we have a editorial office that have the English Polish service to if some Chinese authors. We have submissions from other English-speaking countries, but surely we have Chinese authors. If their English language, the written is not match up with the internationally standard high quality to be published, this kind of polishing service will help them. But it's totally free of charge, no fee. So for polishing to help the other non-English speaking authors. So it is a growing journal, and you could check on the website. And okay, as I said, so the editorial board member is still growing. So I want to take this chance to make a small advertisement to invite more our distinguished professors sitting here to join our young journal to help us to growing stronger. And I very look forward to communicate with Maritime Safety and Security Journal and other international journals that we could collaborate and maybe establish some call for paper together, especially so, because I think it is a trend that already appeared by the Springer, by the L server, by many other databases. So it, the first trend that I observed, that is open access. Okay, and the second trend that is we could send the call for paper for the special issue together, like BBNG or other deep seabed mining. So as the establish the title and collect paper, and we could exchange and mutual. I mean invite reviewers and send we'll feel which articles is best match for different journals. So it is very popular in publication right now. So many thanks to and thank you. That's all.
Thank you very much, Yitong, for talking about the marine development, okay. Thank you very much for all this information concerning the maritime, the marine development in China. And it's very interesting to see how open this, the MarSafe journal law is. They cooperate. Here, Gemma Andreone is a member of, and Giuseppe is a member, are members of your journal. It's very interesting. The point is that you have an editor. You have an editor yourself. So instead of in MarSafe Journal, everything passes from all these people. So and now is the big moment. I'm giving the floor to Gemma Andreone, who is the founding mother, of course. And I have a bio here that I have to mention the same way as I did before. But shall I give your bio?
No, please.
But let me just saying that for us and for me, you are our big friend,
Yes.
Gemma
This is the
Andreone. So
first-
I'm giving her the floor.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Haritini. Thank you to all of you. And the presentation of Yitong that I thank shows how we are open and inclusive, because we give space to competitors. But actually very also some difference. We also have a specific focus on legal aspects, and you are more interdisciplinary. But let me start saying that I wanted to celebrate this moment because I think that celebrating means mainly to express gratitude in many sense. So gratitude for being here after 10 years first, and also all of us. Gratitude to people who have worked at this project from the very beginning. Also because the presentations showed how complex it is to do this work over time. So I thank very much all colleagues as Anna Petrig, Claudia Cinelli, that have been involved in the production of the journal, and now my main gratitude to all of you, but mainly to Ludovica de Benedetti, that is the column of our review at the moment. So I just have two brief reflections that have been already mentioned by colleagues earlier. The first one is concerns our main ambition from the very beginning, to build a journal that combines solid scientific quality with a double-blind peer review system and with anonymous reviewers that are added to the member of the advisory board and open access. So the idea was to create a space open to contributions from all over the world, including academic communities formed within very different legal traditions and institutional context. So not only from the European and Western mainstream. But this has not been and is not an easy goal to achieve in practice. Quite often, as has been recalled, we had to we rejected repeatedly papers from, for example, some African countries or Asian countries, and we did it because the reviewers rejected under the peer review system. So, and because effectively they were not in the same, had not the qualification, the scientific quality that we expected. But the problem is that, so we started to even to adapt broadening the list of peer reviewers, of the reviewers, so asking people from other countries. But the problem was that we cannot ask to reviewers of the same country of the authors to judge and to evaluate. So and this is so at the end of this 10 years, I am personally wondering if we maybe should start even rethinking our notion of scientific quality in Europe and in Western countries. I mean, for this kind of publication, and maybe to accept, but this is really food for thoughts, to accept to be more flexible or more inclusive in when we have to spread out knowledge in a sector. So open access has made this diversity between academies more visible than ever. And we experienced different languages, methodologies, different levels of formalization. So the question is quality, is quality uniformity? So, or maybe we can experience or think about something new. My second reflection is closely related to this, and is that the law of the sea, that is our focus, the focus of the journal, is deeply, is more than maybe other areas of international law, deeply practical and context driven. So it deals with the real interests of states, with coastal communities, concrete needs, with maritime industries and stakeholders' expectations and needs. So in many non-European contexts, research systems are still developing, institutions maybe smaller, resources more limited. So, but the experience and the perspective that come from those contexts, and I'm referring to those countries where, from where the papers that we rejected come from, are extremely valuable, and they are because they are rooted in concrete realities. For example, Indian scholars are particularly interested in publishing in piracy issues, and we continue to think that it's not a very original domain, and so this is something we are, and I am reflecting on. Just to conclude and to open the real celebration moment that will be in Laguna room for the coffee break. I just want to say that maybe we should reflect on what is really international. International is where that we have authors coming from more countries, but if we maybe have to also understand the importance of being authentically global in a way. I don't know if in future we will be. And so this is just to share some reflection of during the production of the journal over time, and more have to come in the next 10 years. So thank you so much, and let's celebrate.